Welcome guys, in this video we will find out which is the best grip for you in 2022. So there are 6 possible grip attachments which you can equip in your weapon, but there is no such thing as best grip in this game, because every grip has its own purpose. However, I can guide you to figure out exactly which grip will work better for you depending on what gun you use. But for that, we need recoil patterns to understand about each grip, so right now I will be using M416 to test the recoil patterns because it's everyone's favorite and most commonly used weapon in PUBG Mobile. So I hope it will give us better understanding. Anyway, here are the recoil patterns of all the grips. Just keep in mind that I'm not using either compensator or stock attachments for the M4, just the grips. I'm pretty sure most of you wouldn't understand much from looking at these recoil patterns. You can try eyeballing each sprays to see what are the differences, but so let me explain and go through all these grips, starting with the vertical grip. This grip reduces the vertical recoil up to 15% on average. You can obviously notice it here when we compare it side by side with no grip versus vertical grip. This grip is very well known because of this results. However, the vertical grip's biggest downside is that it only reduces the vertical recoil and nothing else. I'm sure most of you can handle the vertical recoil by just pulling down your gun a bit more than usual, but the problem is that the sprays goes either left or right unpredictably. And you'll most likely miss all your shots because of this horizontal recoil, and the vertical grip cannot fix this. This where the angled grip is specifically designed to solve this issue, but it's not gonna completely solve it. Since angled grip reduces the horizontal recoil up to 15% on average, sometimes I got even up to 20% horizontal recoil reduction, which is crazy, but when you look at this spray patterns, you don't see angle grip doing any better. Especially when you see vertical grip, but horizontal recoil is very hard to compare. I had to do some calculations to see if the angled grip is actually doing what it's supposed to do, and yes, it is reducing the horizontal recoil up to 20% sometimes, but on average it's 15%. And by the way, angled grip doesn't change the vertical recoil, so it remains the same as it was before. So when using the angled grip you will feel that horizontal recoil is slightly less than usual. This is why every professional players always prefers angled grip over the vertical, because controlling vertical recoil is very easy, it goes up and only up, whereas for horizontal recoil it's very hard as it can go either left or right. And also angled grip increases the ADS speed or scope opening speed by 10%, which sometimes comes in handy. Anyway, now to the flare gun. I mean half grip. Unlike first 2 grips, this half grip will reduce both vertical recoil and horizontal recoil, but by a small amount, which is around 8% on average. To be honestly, 8% is not bad, especially when it's reducing both vertical and horizontal, which is quite noticeable in this recoil pattern. And most importantly, half grip improves recoil recovery rate, allowing you to get better shots at the enemy while spraying continuously. But the biggest disadvantage or downsides is the weapon stability or weapon steadiness is reduced while using this attachment. This is something that I never experienced when using half grip, but it does have some weapon kick. This could be a problem when shooting at a running target. Other than that, half grip is ideal for any range. Now to the light grip. This is the only grip that does not affect the vertical or horizontal recoil multipliers directly. Instead, it decreases the recoil animation and sway of a weapon and makes the overall weapon stable. Or in other words, this grip does not offer any recoil reduction, but it improves the weapon stability after every single shot, great for single tapping, especially on SKS. Now to the thumb grip. This grip does offer some recoil reduction, but only the vertical recoil by about 5% on average. You can see that from these recoil patterns. But the main feature of thumb grip is it increases the scope opening speed by 30%. This would be really useful in close-to-close combat fights, where you need to aim to shoot. So thumb grip is more like a close range grip, but it doesn't mean you can't use it for long range. And now lastly, the laser sight. This is technically not a grip, but it's more like a lower rail attachment that goes into the same slot as grips. That's why it's included in this video. So laser sight doesn't affect the recoil, it only affects the hip fire spread. Basically, it improves the hip fire accuracy by up to 30%, thus making it a go-to attachment for run and gun moments. But also you can equip laser sight in SMGs to get that extra hip fire accuracy, but mostly in pistols it makes a huge difference. Laser sight is designed for hip fire only and a must-have for pistols. Now hopefully you'll have a better understanding about each grips here. And here's my final conclusion on which grip would be a better for you. So these 3 following grips can be used in any situation, as they will still have some sort of effectiveness at any range. And if you have to choose one of them, it would be really hard. Most players would pick vertical grip since it will not disappoint you at any range, but I personally don't like to use vertical grip all the time, so I would swap vertical grip as soon as I find angled grip, because angled grip is my go-to choice for now, because I can control that high vertical recoil that isn't a problem for me. This is what came into my mind when thinking about these three grips, so players who can control the recoil even without any attachments would normally go with angled grip most likely. And somewhat experienced players would find half grip a better choice, and the new players would usually pick vertical grip as they find it easy to use. And now for the close combat, laser sight and thumb grip will outperform any other grips in that range. However, if you ask me which would be the most optimal grip for everyone, I would say vertical and half grip. They both are very good, will change your gameplay massively. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming videos like this. See you guys in the next one.